Hey everyone, since it's March 1st, I thought I had to make a Friday Reads video talking about which books I've decided on reading for the March of the Mammoths readathon. So I posted a TBR video a few days ago, and I just want to thank everyone who left a comment on that video. I got so many awesome responses, and it really helped narrow down my decisions. So the three books that I picked were kind of the three main choices for each category: nonfiction, contemporary, and classics. So they were kind of the books that I was thinking about going with in my gut, and then I got a lot of comments that kind of reinforced that, so it's pretty clear which books I should be reading this month, although a lot of you have really sold me on some of the other books from my TBR. So I'm kind of sad that I can't read all 15 of those 800 plus page books in a month. In my mind, it seems like that's something that I want to do, but I know that there aren't enough hours in the day, so I'm gonna stick with three and we'll see what happens from there. So for the nonfiction book, I have decided to go with The Brontes by Juliet Barker. I think this is going to be my kind of like slow burn that I'll read throughout the entire month. It's 830 pages plus an extra 150 pages of endnotes. So if I'm reading about 26 pages a day, I should be able to get this one done throughout the month. And then for my contemporary read, I'm going to go with The Luminaries by Eleanor Catton. This one is also on the shorter side for a mammoth. It is 830 pages, but when you look at the font, it's pretty large. So I'm thinking that this will be my most accessible mammoth of the month, and quite a few people commented that it's a page turner, and once you get into the story, you really want to race through it. So I'm really excited to pick this one up. Like I mentioned in my other video, I read the first 20 pages when I did a try a chapter tag a few months ago, and I've really been thinking about it ever since. I was quite gripped and into the story right away, so I kind of regretted that I didn't read this in the summer, so really excited to get to this one. And finally, my real big giant of the month is, of course, going to be Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. I got so many positive comments about this book that I'm just really excited to dive on in and experience it for myself. I'm going to be reading the translation by Christine Donaher. I don't really know much about whether this is a great translation or not. I kind of bought this version because the artwork is by Gillian Tamaki, and I really like her graphic novel work, so I thought it was cool that she does book designs as well. You can see this is done in comic style, so that was kind of my reason for picking this version up, but I'm sure it will be great. And this version clocks in at 1,416 pages, 100 of which are endnotes in tiny font. So this is definitely a big boy. It's actually hurting my hand already just holding it up. So this is gonna be a challenge, but I think it's gonna be fun. I've briefly started the introduction, and I try to avoid introductions that will spoil the plot of a book, but this one seems to be good. It's about putting Victor Hugo's life into context and his stance in politics and how that shifted throughout his life. Also, the introduction called Victor Hugo a sex pest on the first page. So if you use the term sex pest, I am interested. So it's a pretty engaging introduction, and I can't wait to start with the text. So I think I'm gonna have a great time in the company of this book this month. So that's really all I've got for you today. Let me know if you haven't already what you're going to be reading. Thanks to everyone who left comments to help me choose my TBR. And if you're participating in March of the Mammoths, I hope you have a really awesome time. I hope you pick a book that is going to push your boundaries as a reader, but also be one that you're going to enjoy as well. So please do keep in touch through this month if you are doing the readathon. I will link my Goodreads down below if you want to add me down there, and we can talk about books there. And also you can feel free to keep leaving comments on my videos or on the videos of any of my co-hosts, Jason and Lukas, whose information I will also link down below. So thanks for watching, and happy March of the Mammoths!